Hello everyone. So welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Naveen and today we'll be looking at MHCT 2024 100 most expected QA questions aptitude. Okay, quantitative aptitude, the full form of QA, and this is part 4 of the series. Okay, before we begin, there is a link that is given in the chat, that is pinned in the comment chat. Okay, it is about the link to the MHCT course that we are currently running. Okay, we will discuss about this some point later in today's session. So let's begin with our first question. So I'll tell you the question, I'll tell you what it means, how do we go ahead and solve it. Okay, in case you wish to solve it alongside, go ahead. So in a building, there are 10 floors and 3 lifts go up and down. A person can go between any 2 floors. Find the probability of the person who's standing on the 3rd floor going upwards. So this is a question on probability where a lot of you really do not like probability, right? So uh, consider it like this. So there are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 floors and there are 3 lifts. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. Now a person can go up as well as down. Right? Lift is not just for taking somebody up, it is also about somebody taking the floor down. Okay, so there is somebody who is standing on the 3rd floor. So this is 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So somebody who is standing here is supposed to go upwards, right? So if you look at this particular person who can go upwards, so we can say that he can go to any of the remaining 7 floors. 1, 4, number 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So there are 10 floors, sorry, there are 7 floors above him where he can go, right? And there are actually 3 lifts. So this person can be in any of the 3 lifts. Since he doesn't have to go down, right? So we can say that we only have to consider all the floors above him. So if I talk about the lift, can I say his probability of being in one of the lifts is out of 3 cases, 1, 1, 1, 1 case each. So he's going to be out of 3 lifts in one of the lifts, right? And when we are talking about the floors above him, he's going to be at the, he's going to go to one of the floors out of the 7 floors above him, right? Makes sense? We don't have to worry about what is below. We only have to worry about in which lift he is, and we have to only worry about which floor he can go to. So out of the 7 floors above him, he can go to any one of the floors and he can be in one of the 3 lifts. Since it says and, so we will have to multiply, right? So this becomes purely 1 by 3 into 1 by 7, that results in 1 by 21. बस इतना करना है, ठीक है, कुछ ज़्यादा एडवांस नहीं है. So people who find it difficult is because they are not able to comprehend, you know, what are the things given and what part wise we should take in probability. Okay, so C is the answer. Okay, good, Vishaka. A dishonest shopkeeper professes to sell his goods at the cost price but gives only 750 grams instead of 1000 grams. Find his profit percentage, right? Since he professes to sell his goods at cost price, that means he's saying that he has not marked up the price. As in for him, the cost price is same as mark price. Okay. So when you buy something at a certain price and you sell it again at the same price, you're not going to have any profit. But he still wants to earn some profit because in the question it is given what is his profit percentage. This is due to the discrepancy or the difference in the amount of quantity that he's selling, right? So what happens is let's consider a bean balance, right? So he has 1000 gram weight over here, but he gives only 750 grams of commodity. Okay, visualize this. So there is a beam balance. The shopkeeper is like, he has put 1 kg weight here, but he's only putting 750 grams of commodity. So from the customer's perspective, customer will see, oh, it's a 1 kg, so 1 kg weight on the left hand side. Now, customer pays not looking at the commodity, but rather looking at the weight. So customer is looking at the weight and is saying, oh, 1 kg hai, so I will be paying the money for 1 kg of commodity, right? So the customer is going to pay for 1 kg of commodity. So now let's quickly go back to the shopkeeper's point of view. From shopkeeper's perspective, he is going to
get money for 1 kg or 1000 grams of commodity, but he is giving away only 750 grams of commodity. So he's giving away less commodity, but he's getting money for more. So it's a profit for him. Since we have two numbers, one of them is numerator, another is denominator. First thing. Second thing, we need a profit. Profit means we need to have a fraction more than 1. A fraction more than 1 only happen when we take 1000 and divide it by 750, because if I do the vice versa, I'll get a fraction less than 1, which represents a loss. So profit के लिए एक से बड़ा चाहिए. 1000 by 750, if you solve, is going to be 4 by 3, and this is 1.33, and 1.33 is the multiplying factor for 33.33% का profit, yeah, more. So there is an increase of 33.33% in the money that he is about to get. So answer turns out to be B. नहीं, आप लोग जो सोच रहे हो वो नहीं है. देखो सिंपल सा लॉजिक है. If I have number 4 and if I have a number 5, if somebody asks me what is the profit, तो आप 5 by 4 करोगे 1 से बड़ा, और अगर लॉस कोई पूछ रहा है तो आप 4 by 5 करोगे 1 से छोटा. And these two are the multiplying factors. So 5 by 4 is 1.25, which results in 25% profit. And 4 by 5 is 0.8, which becomes 20% loss. ठीक है? Same logic here. Profit चाहिए था तो 1 से बड़ा चाहिए था. इधर 250 number नहीं है. Here we have two numbers. One number is 1000 grams, that's the weight, and another is 750 grams, which is the commodity का weight. So आपको बस ये देखना. ठीक है? Okay. Next one. The length of one of the diagonals of a rhombus is 16 centimeter. So this is a question based on geometry. If one of the sides of this rhombus is 10 centimeter, find the length of its other diagonal. Right? So this question is going to use one of the properties of rhombus, which is the diagonals are perpendicular to each other in the case of a rhombus. So if I draw this diagonal and if I draw this diagonal, so they are perpendicular to each other and they bisect each other as well. ठीक है, ये होता है हमारे पास. Now, as per the question, it is given that the one of the diagonals is 16, and if you look at the options, all the values are less than 16. तो बड़े वाले को 16 मान लेते हैं. Okay. In other words, if I say that the rhombus is ABCD, I'm going to take BD as the diagonal whose length is 16 because वो given है हमें. So if this is 16, so this is going to be 8, this is going to be 8. One of the sides is 10. So we need to find the length of the other. So if I can find out the length of AO or OC, तो हमारा double कर देंगे तो वो आ जाएगा. So if you pay attention and if you look at the triangle AOB, this is perpendicular. So we are dealing with a right angle triangle where one of the sides is 10, the hypotenuse, sorry, one of the sides is 8, the perpendicular sides, the hypotenuse is 10. So triplet अगर लगाओगे, तो triplet is 6, 8 and 10 का triplet होता है. So this is going to be 6. So the moment we get this length as 6, this length is also going to be 6. So the length of the other diagonal will be 12, right? Okay. Next, find the wrong number in this series. So we have got 19, 40, 82, 166, 336 and 670. So अगर आप ध्यान दोगे थोड़ा सा तो ये 19 का डबल 38 होता है एंड 2 मोर है. 40 का डबल 80, फिर 2 और ऐड कर दो. 82 का डबल 164, 2 और ऐड कर दो. 166 का डबल 332, 2 और ऐड करेंगे तो it won't be 336, it will be 334. So that 334 का double is 668 plus 2 will result in 670. So the problem lies in the number 336. This is the wrong number. Right? This is the wrong term in this series. Right? Good, good. Okay, next. The sum of the ages of the 5 members of a family, A to E, is 180 years. 8 years back, the ages of the 5 members were in the family 2, 5, 8, 9, 11. After how many years will B have the same age as the present age of C? So, if I talk about 8 years back and there are 5 members, right? तो इसको ऐसे देखते हैं कि 8 years ago, अभी क्या चल रहा है अपना 2024. So 8 years ago, as in 2016, the age of these 5 members were 2x, 5x, 8x, 9x, 11x. So अभी 2024 में their ages will be 2x plus 8, 5x plus 8, 8x plus 8, 9x plus 8, 11x plus 8. And what is the sum of all of this? इन सब का sum हमें 180 years given है. So if we look at this, this is 2030. 35x plus 8 into 5, 40. This is 180. So if you solve this, you will get the value of x as 4. 140 plus 40 is 180. If x is going to be 4, so the present age of B is 5 into 4, 20 plus 8, 28. The present age of C is 8 into 4, 32 plus 8, 40. So as per the question, in how many years will B have the same age as the present age of C? So B ka abhi current age is 28 years. So in 12 years, his age will become that of the age of C. So 12 years baad hoga ye. 28, 12 years later will become 40, which is the present age of C. Right? Okay. Some of you are pretty quick. That's good. Next, when B is added to this number, the number becomes completely divisible by 12. Find the minimum value of A plus B. Right? So, what we are going to do is we are going to start with the options. See, all of these तो नहीं होएगा, है ना? कि सारा ही हो जाए minimum, एक ही होगा. So we'll start with first option D. D option के according, if A plus B is 0, that would mean A and B they both are 0. That means 981043079. Is it divisible? And obviously plus 0. Is it divisible by 12? No. Right? 12 se divisibility rule is 3 and 4. Okay. Next, if we take C option. A plus B is 1. If A plus B is 1, so either A is 0, B is 1, or B is 0, A is 1. देखो, अगर A is 1 and B is 0, so 79 plus 0 will not be divisible by 4, right? तो common sense कहता है कि आप A को 0 कर लो और B को 1 कर लो. So that we will have 9810430079 plus B, which will result in 9810430080. Now this number is going to be divisible by 12 when it is divisible by 4 and when it is divisible by 3, right? Now 4 ka divisibility rule, if you remember, is the last 2 digits should be divisible by 4. So 80 is divisible by 4, perfect. Divisibility rule of 3 is that the sum of the digits should be divisible by 3. So right now 9, 8 plus 1, 9, 4 plus 8, 12, 3. So it is also divisible by 3, sum of the digits. ये नंबर अब 3 और 4 दोनों से divisible है, तो हमारा ये इसका सेंस बनता है कि 1 हो जाएगा आंसर. If I take A as 1 and B as 0, 79 plus 0 will end in 79, but 4 से divisible नहीं है. That's why I did not take A as 1, B as 0. So going by the options was a faster approach, trust me, because if I start using वो आपका जो basic approach है, starting with the value given in the question, it will become very lengthy. Okay. Yeah, hi Shubham. Okay, next. Rita lends a sum of money to her friend at interest, and the amount becomes 4 times after 6 years when compounded annually. In how many years would the amount that can be paid back become 64 times the amount that was loaned? As in, the final amount becomes 64 times of the principal. So as per the first part of the question, it says a particular principal becomes 4 times, that it becomes 4p in 6 years. ये given है. अब इसको कितनी बार चालू करें ऐसे continuously? The new number being 4p, p नहीं अब. The new principal is 4p. If I continue like this, 4, 4, 4, 4 times, 4 times, how many times should I do so that it becomes 64 times? So next time when you are going to check for the next 6 years, it will become another 4 times. So ये अपना 16p हो जाएगा. फिर अपन इसको 4 times फिर हो जाएगा. This will become 64p in another 6 years. So we can see that it has become 64 times now. The principal of 64 times is now your amount. So in how many years did this happen? Anyone? क्योंकि लास्ट ऑप्शन तो मेरे को कुछ और दिख रहा है. आदित्य पूरा देखना है, यहां से यहां देखना है. सो आपको केवल ये दोनों ऐड नहीं करने, आपको टोटल ऐड करना है. 6 plus 6 plus 6, 18 years. 64 times the amount that was loaned. The loaned amount was P, no, it was not 4p. P and 4p का relation is something that is given, so that you can calculate it further. So 18 हो जाएगा आंसर ना, 12 नहीं. Okay. Next, in an examination, there are a total of 22 questions and a student has to solve any of the 14 questions. In how many ways can a student select the questions if he decided to select the first 3 questions? अभी अगर आप ध्यान दोगे तो 19C11 and 19C8 they are same. दोनों सेम चीज है. NCR और NCN-R they are same. So 19C11, R being 11 is 19C11, 19 minus 11, which is 19C8. They are same. तो E option भी हो सकता है. Same is not true for 22C11 and 22C14. So we have to simply see if 19C8 is the answer or 19C11. दोनों में से एक आंसर अगर है तो दूसरा भी है, and E becomes the correct option. So since there are 22 questions, question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, और ये बंदे को पहले 3 क्वेश्चंस तो करने ही है. So if the person has to solve the first 3, so can we say we are left with only remaining 19 questions? Right? 19 questions बच गए remaining. Now he had to select 14 questions. सारे नहीं करने थे, केवल 14 करने थे. Out of 14, if he has already solved 3, so he has to further solve 11. 3 plus 11 is 14. So from 19 questions, if he has to solve only 11, so it's going to be 19C11, which is same as 19C8. दोनों same है, so C is also true, D is also true. Answer E हो जाए. Got it? क्योंकि पहले 3 में से 3 तो कर लिए. So the question is actually there are only 19 questions and you have to solve 11 क्योंकि 3 में से 3 कर चुके. ठीक है? Okay. Next, Dharma can do 60% more work than Karma in a particular time. Karma alone can do a certain task in 25 hours. Karma starts the work and Dharma joins him when he has already worked for 15 hours. Find the time taken by them when they work together to complete the remaining task. तो इसका मैं आपको एक शॉर्टकट भी बता दूंगा. ठीक है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल बिना क्वेश्चन पढ़े शॉर्टकट. सो द फर्स्ट इज, आप इसको जब improper fraction में, if you're going to convert this, right? 5 into 13 plus 11 by 13. ये एक नंबर आना चाहिए न्यूमरेटर में जो 0 से एंड होना चाहिए. ये नेसेसिटी होता है इन सच काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस एंड परसेंटेज बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है, ये आपका 0 से एंड नहीं हो रहा. 5 into 3 8, 8 plus 1 9. This is going to end in 9. So this is not your answer. ये वाला, this is going to be 3 into 13 plus 10 divided by 13. 3 into 13 will end in 9. 9 plus 0 will end in 0. So will end in 9. So ये भी 0 से एंड नहीं होता. ठीक है, तो ये भी आंसर नहीं होगा. Similarly, C, 5 into 13 plus 10 will end in 5, right? It will not end in 0. That's the main thing. किससे एंड हो रहा है ये फर्क नहीं पड़ता, 0 से एंड हो रहा है कि नहीं ये देखना होता है बस. क्वेश्चन क्या है doesn't matter. Next, this one is going to be 3 into 13 plus 11 whole divided by 13. 3 into 3 9, 9 plus 1. This ends in 0. ये आंसर हो सकता है, but you'll have to check the fifth option also, right? This is 6 into 13 plus 11 whole divided by 13. So this is 6 into 3 is 18. 8 से plus 1, it will not end in 0. It will rather end in 9. So E भी नहीं है, D हो गया आंसर बिना कुछ सॉल्व किए. Looking at the options. So whenever you have a mixed fraction in such scenarios, always convert it into an improper fraction. Improper are those fractions where numerator is greater than denominator. जो आप हर बार कर सकते हो mixed fraction को. And then you see it should end in 0. हाँ, had there been two cases or two options that ends in 0, तब तो हमें solve करना पड़ेगा. Now, how to do this? Dharma can do 60% more work than karma in a particular time. So reading the first statement, work in a particular time, we're talking about efficiency, right? So if I take efficiency of karma to be, let's say 10, so efficiency of dharma will be 60% more, so it will be 16, right? Karma ka jo time taken hai, this is given as 25 hours. So what will be the time taken by dharma? Right? Since they are doing the same work, so we can say that work, ये पता होगा ना, work is equal to efficiency into time या duration, जो बोलना चाहो आप. So in this case, efficiency of karma is 10 and that of that his duration is 25, and efficiency of dharma is 16 and his time is going to give us something. So अपन अगर इसको solve करें, so this is going to be 125 upon 8 time taken by dharma. ठीक है? Okay. Karma starts the work and dharma joins him when he has already worked for 15 hours. So अभी work चाहिए मेरे को. So if you want to figure out what work it is, we can say 10 into 25. So that is 250 units. Okay. These 250 units, karma is going to work for 15 hours initially. So karma works for 15 hours. So 10 into 15, right? And then dharma joins in. So it will be 10 plus 16. So पूरा time, पूरा काम खत्म करने में कितना time लगेगा? So we realized that actually this was not required. इसको ढूंढने की जरूरत नहीं थी because we nowhere we use 25 or 125 by 8. ठीक है? So if you solve this, we will have 250 minus 150, 100 by 26, which is 50 by 13. ये हो जाएगा total time. Now 50 by 13 can be written as 39 plus 11, right? So 311 by 13, जो anyways हमारा option D था. आदित्य आप करना क्वेश्चन सॉल्व, आपको पता चल जाएगा. मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा, आई एम नॉट सेइंग एवरी क्वेश्चन, आई एम सेइंग इन मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस व्हेन क्वेश्चंस आर बेस्ड ऑन परसेंटेजेस और व्हेन वी आर डीलिंग विद सिंपल एग्जाम्स एज इन व्हेन द लेवल ऑफ डिफिकल्टी ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आर mediocre level or easy level. This always happens. हाँ, If those are tricky questions, जो कि थोड़े difficult questions होते हैं, where there are a lot of calculation involved, it may or it may not happen. ठीक है, पर ये आप हमेशा आप मान के चलो कि ये कर लो आप, चलेगा. Okay, next one. Pi दिख रहा है, so most probably be geometry or mensuration. Find the sum of the area of the incircle and the area of the circumcircle of the triangle with size 30, 40 and 50 centimeter. Oh. So, मैं आपको इस तरह से शेप बनाऊंगा तो शायद बहुत अच्छे से नहीं बनेगा. So what I will do is I'll draw the shape. So 30, 40, 50, this is going to give you a right angle triangle, है ना? So एक right angle triangle बनेगा. So कुछ ऐसा बनेगा. Now in this right angle triangle, there are going to be two circles. एक होगा अंदर जो बनेगा, a circle that is going to be inside, and that will touch all the three sides of this right angle triangle, right? Such a circle is called an incircle. Okay. Then you will have another circle that will be formed when we take when it will touch all the three sides of the triangle. ठीक है. If it is a right triangle, you will always find such a circle. Not side, sorry, vertices. So आपको इस तरह के दो सर्कल्स मिलेंगे, जिसमें से ये अंदर वाले सर्कल को हम लोग बोलते हैं इन रेडियस, and the bigger circle which is going to be at the midpoint of the hypotenuse, this is called circumradius. So we are asked to calculate the sum of areas of both, right? So the formula that we have is in radius is given as altitude plus base minus hypotenuse upon 2 of a right angle triangle. ठीक है, ये केवल right triangles के लिए applicable है. And the circumradius is given as half of hypotenuse. So obviously here one of the sides is 30, the other is 40, and the hypotenuse is 50. That means this is 25 and this is 25. So capital R is definitely going to be 50 ka half, which is 25. While in radius is going to be 30 plus 40, that is 70. 70 minus 50, which is 20. 20 by 2, which is going to be 10. So हमें इन दोनों को add करना है. Areas. So area of the yellow circle is going to be pi r square, and area of the small circle, the incircle, is going to be pi small r square. So 625 plus 100 is 725 pi, which will give us C as the answer. Right, Vishaka, h by 2 होता है hypotenuse का divided. So you have direct formula so that you do not have to calculate them any other way. Okay. I hope the figure is clear, and the two formulas for right angle triangles in order to calculate small r and capital R in radius, circumradius. याद होना चाहिए. याद है तो तुरंत हो जाएगा, नहीं याद है तो सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, नहीं होता. Okay. Next. If the roots of the quadratic equation x square minus 4x plus c is equal to 0 are real and unequal, then what can be said about the value of c? So there are going to be two different ways of solving it. एक तो हो गया आपका proper लंबा process wherein we calculate the discriminant and then we see कि कौन सा which one will work out, which one will not, because for real and unequal roots we have a discriminant का logic, right? So पहला logic हो गया कि discriminant ले लिया हमने. So discriminant is given as b square minus 4ac. right? If I write it in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, the standard format of a quadratic. So a is 1, b is minus 4 and c is c given. Now since we want them to be real and unequal, तो ये आपका greater than 0 चाहिए होता है. So this gives you 16 minus 4c should be greater than 0, or this will give you 4 minus c is greater than 0, or if you look at this it will tell you c should be less than 4. So आपको पता चल जाएगा कि कौन सा चल रहा है. ठीक है? This is one approach. If you know discriminant, the other approach is little lengthy, but that works even in difficult questions. If I look at this, can I say sum of the roots is 4? So दो नंबर आपको चाहिए जो सेम नहीं हो और उनका सम 4 होता हो. So can I take them as 1 and 3? चलेगा? So can we say product of roots which will be given as c is going to be 1 into 3, which is 3. तो c की वैल्यू 3 आ जाएगी. So what I did was I took an example of a quadratic where the sum of the roots is 4 as per the given and the product हमने निकाल लिया तो c आ जाएगा. Once I get c, then I can check. First option says always equal to 4. हमारा तो 4 नहीं आया. Always greater than 4. हमारा तो 4 से बड़ा नहीं आया. Is always equal to or less than 4? Equal to. Less than 4 is perfect. Equal to we will have to check once. Right? So C and D में से one will work out. Always equal to or greater than 4. The number that we have got is neither equal to nor greater than. तो E भी नहीं होगा. So between C and D, there is only one condition that we have to foresee. C is equal to 4. I'm now going to see that C is equal to 4 as in product of two numbers is equal to 4. Can I say this will happen if the two numbers are 2 and 2? तभी हो पाएगा. Because ये याद रखना, sum 4 ही लेना है. So I can't take 2 and 5. ठीक है? I have to take two numbers whose sum is 4 and their product is also 4. This is only applicable for 2 and 2. minus 2 भी नहीं देगा. minus 2 into minus 2 is 4. But minus 2 and minus 2 का sum 4 नहीं, minus 4 होता है. Now, as per the question, we need unequal here. So, obviously, we can't take this. If we can't take this, that means C can never be 4. And C is always equal to 4. ये गलत हो जाएगा. So, D gets eliminated. C becomes our answer. So, in short, two ways. One, using discriminant. If you know the formula, if you know the condition. Second, take a real example of a quadratic that satisfies whatever conditions are given, that are known, and then check the options. दोनों काम करेगा. ठीक है? Okay. 12th. Meena has prepared fresh cookies in her shop. She sells cookies for rupees 15 each. Neha purchased 20% of the cookies and Geeta bought 1/4 of what was remaining. Manan bought 60% of what was left and Riddhi bought 5 cookies. The total amount of money paid by Neha and Manan was rupees 210. Find the number of cookies bought by Geeta. So, Meena prepared some cookies. Neha purchased some, Geeta purchased some, Manan purchased some, and Riddhi purchased some. So, there are 5 people. One of them is a shopkeeper or the producer of cookies who is Meena, and the remaining 4 are customers. तो देखिए जरा आप में से कौन आंसर कर देता है सबसे पहले. Very good. Very, very good. Snehal, Aviraj. Very good. So this is a question where we always go from the end. So there were certain cookies left. ठीक है, so मैं left लिख देता हूं. इस left का 60% मनन bought. So can we say 40% जो होगा रिद्धि bought? I'm only looking at this particular statement, the last statement where these 4 people were involved. वो 210 नहीं है उसके पहले से. पेमेंट नहीं देख रहा, नंबर ऑफ कुकीज पे ध्यान दे रहा. Now, as per the question, it is given that this is 5. Right? अच्छा नहीं. There could have been more cookies, right? It's not necessary that Riddhi bought those remaining 5. Okay. So it did not say Riddhi bought remaining 5 cookies. Okay. Ulta nahi ja sakenge because we don't know what part of total cookies did she buy. ठीक है. So we'll have to start from the top. Suppose Meena prepared C number of cookies. So Neha purchased 20%. 20% would mean, let's not deal with decimal values of fractions. 20% is 1 by 5, 60% is 3 by 5, 1/4 is 1 by 4. So 4, 5 and 5. Denominators को multiply कर देते हैं. ठीक है? So let's say Meena made 100 C cookies. So Neha bought 20% of that. So that is 20 C. So कितना बच जाएगा? 80 C. So Geeta bought 1/4 of what was remaining. 1/4 of 80 C is 20 C. So कुछ left. Whatever is left, which is going to be 80 C is remaining. तो लेफ्ट को मैं लिख देता हूं 60 C. इस 60 C का मनन बॉट 60%. So मनन बॉट 36 C. So leftover is going to be 14 C. Right? 14 C में now some part Geeta bought and some part left. So not Geeta, Riddhi. Riddhi bought 5 exactly, so leftover is 14C minus 5, right? 14C minus 5 plus 5 is 14C, 14C plus 36C is 60C. I hope everything is visible. Yes, it is. Now, as per the question, the total amount of money paid by Neha and Manan was 210. So Manan और Neha दोनों को अगर आप add करोगे, so this is going to give you 36C plus 20C, which is 56C, right? और जब इसको हम लोग 15 से multiply करेंगे, because that's the price for each cookie, this results in 210. So if we find out the value of C, this is 7 times, so C is going to be 1/8, which is little weird. So Neha bought 20% and Geeta bought 1/4 of what was left. 60 बच गया. 60 में से Manan bought 60%. 6 into 6, 36. So amount of money paid by Neha and Manan was 210. Acha, sorry. This is 14 times, no? 15 into 14 is 210. So calculation mistake है. भाई मैं सोचूं fraction क्यों आ रहा है? C is 1/4. If C is 1/4, that means this is 25. And हर जगह C 1/4 हो गया. Question asked is number of cookies bought by Geeta. So instead of C, put 1/4. 20/4 will give you 5. ठीक है? So silly calculation mistake. 24 कृष्णा 24 किधर माइनस होगा? 24 नहीं 14 ना? अच्छा इसकी बात करो. हाँ चलो 24 होगा. But that is not a part of the calculation. The two values that were required, we already know that. Geeta and Riddhi को कितना मिला actually उससे कोई लेना देना नहीं अभी. Right, right. You are right. It's 60, no? So 60 minus 36 is 24. You're correct. Chalo, 5. So I hope you guys found some of the questions or the approaches, something new. You learned something new today. So please make sure that before you leave, you like the video and if possible, subscribe. Okay. You can unlock 3 days free trial access of our app by downloading it. The link is given in the description. All you have to do is put in your contact number and click on the button which says start free trial. And 3 दिन के लिए आप ऐप को ट्रायल एक्सेस में पूरा यूज कर सकते हो. We are currently running MHCET specialized course. The link to this course is pinned in the chat as well. So please look at the course. If you haven't started the preparation yet, अभी भी कुछ नहीं बिगड़ा है, अभी भी टाइम नहीं, अभी भी स्लॉट नहीं निकला है, the data has not yet been finalized. CAT College Predictor, the link is given in the description. So if you are looking for this year's CAT 2024, so it is going to be very fruitful for you as to where you stand profile wise vis-a-vis colleges. Okay. And I hope everyone in the chat right now has written the MHCET 2024 mock, right? Tomorrow is the last day. Please write the mock. लोग ऐसे ढूंढ रहे होते ना, इधर मॉक दे उधर मॉक दे, जो मॉक ऐसे ही फ्री का मिल रहा है उसको लिख दो, राइट? इट विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट एज टू वेयर यू स्टैंड, कितना प्रिपरेशन हो गया, कितना और बचा हुआ है, किधर शॉर्ट कमिंग्स हैं, वेयर यू आर मिसिंग आउट ऑन कॉन्सेप्ट्स और कैलकुलेशन पार्ट. सो प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट यू राइट दिस मॉक. And for this year's CAT preparation programs, you can avail up to 90% scholarship. The scholarship test date is tomorrow at 11 a.m. So लिखो, अच्छा स्कोर करो, अच्छा डिस्काउंट मिलेगा. And you can click on the button of on the app, on the homepage of our app, which says talk to our counselor. You click on it and it will help you connect with one of us. Do check out our social media handles and pages, specifically our Telegram channel. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. I'll see you guys again very soon with another session. Take care until then.